to kill her in front of her husband and her family, but no one is talking about it.
That's not true.
I'm not talking to you.
You're talking to the stage.
Yeah, I dispute your claim openly.
All right.
Dispute your claim.
Let's move the mic around. Anybody else want to chime in?
Yeah, I'd like to chime in.
Go ahead.
All right, thanks. So, Lamia, first of all, you said no one's talking about it, but obviously you are, and obviously you've heard it from someone and some other people. So obviously some people here are questioning it. But I did want to get back to the issue of proportionality because that was brought up, I think, by
I'll comment the proof.
I'm sorry, I thought I was talking. So I did want to comment on the proportionality because Elnormo's and other people brought that up.
That's not the topic, though.
Well, what's the topic?
Topic is
Don't let him throw you off your own.
The topic is
topic.
Let him speak. She just spoke about the rape in her shifa, so he can speak about.
The topic is 7 people being killed as aid workers. That's the topic.
Okay, that's fine, but proportionality was brought up in discussing those 7 people, and it's an important part.
Proportionality was brought up as a discussion that they had in another room, another day. It has nothing to do with what we talk about right now.
Well, it's related to whatever
Did
actions.
they do it on purpose or not?
place.
What's your opinion?
No, but I wanted to ask Elnormo based
Well,
back
that's
to
why.
the topic.
That's why it depends upon what the meaning of proportionality is, and that's why I think it's relevant.
No, but we're not talking about that.
So,
We're not talking about that.
You
well,
guys
you
are
say
saying
you're not
that
talking about it,
the
but you're
people
talking
that
about
are
actions
stealing
in
the food.
Israel,
Hold on.
and it's
Hold
a
on.
question of
You're
whether
saying
the
the people
actions.
that are stealing the food are Hamas, but in another breath, you're saying that they can't identify who Hamas is. So I'm
Posted the
very
video of them stealing the food in the chat. You can watch
And
the
how do you know
video.
they're Hamas?
It's the ones with the AK-47.
They're dressed in black.
Oh, so people that dress in black are automatically Hamas?
And
Identify themselves.
Hey mates, welcome to the Clowns and Podcast.
Make your point. They don't get the show.
All right. So, anyways, as I was saying about this issue of proportionality.
Hold on for a second.
Hold on a second, motherfucker.
Well, I'm explaining. I'm in the process of
proportionality
explaining.
is not the topic. The topic is the 7 aid workers that was
Just
killed.
I understand that, and I'm in the process of explaining how it is related.
No, it's not. It's not related.
Well, you say it's not related, but you wouldn't know because you don't let me finish the sentence. I'm explaining how it is related because there's an aspect of international
Oh, okay,
law
go ahead.
at play.
Go ahead now. Now I understand. Hello?
So,
The
under the
topic is the 7
provisions,
aid workers
under
that
the
killed, man.
provisions
That's
of
what
the
we talking
Geneva
about, man.
Convention.
If you want to talk about that, we can move on to somebody else.
Hello?
Well,
You wanna talk about 7
if
aid
you don't,
workers?
if you don't want to allow
Go
people to
ahead.
talk about what they think is relevant to the topic, then we'll never know if it's relevant or not, right?
If somebody else want to talk about this?
I
Hello?
can say that the 7
Is it
aid
me?
workers that were killed was obviously a mistake, and anyone that thinks differently, I would question them.
Oopsie.
What is the interest of Israel to do this? And if they did it, why would they admit it immediately and say that they will investigate? It just doesn't make sense.
Hello?
Like Hamas, Israel immediately admits its mistakes and investigates. There's a big difference.
Oops.
And it's against the Israel interest to do this.
And that couldn't be propaganda?
Hello?
Which part? No, it happened. That is
Well, it happened, but they're saying, oh, oops.
Oopsie.
we fucked it up.
yes,
You-
Oopsie.
I call bullshit.
Bullshit.
opinion, but the fact is that it's against Israel interest.
Hello?
Let's talk about.
Is it me you're looking for? I don't know where in my eyes. All I see is Zionism.
This is what Hamas wants, because the more there is a humanitarian crisis, the more so-called pro-Palestinians in the world get their support, and we can actually see that the more kids are reported dead, and the more there are, like, things that are happening in Gaza that are bad, the more support they get. It's against Israel's interest to have any humanitarian crisis in Gaza.
Let's deal with this Israel interest thing, because I'm in a restaurant.
Oh, yeah, you should probably eat your food and enjoy your meal, TC, instead of fucking bullshitting on Clubhouse. Enjoy your fucking food,
It's not in
TC.
Israeli interest. You're 100% correct. It is not in Israel's interest to bomb convoys of humanitarian aid. 100%.
No shit. No shit. Hello.
100% in the interest of Bibi Netanyahu,
Ooh.
who's only interested in exploiting this conflict for his own political gain, to take full advantage of humanitarian convoys that's serving the citizens, the innocent civilians in Gaza, to bomb civilian convoys,
Hello?
humanitarian convoys in Gaza. And
How
I'll
is
tell you
this
why.
his interest?
Because and I'll tell you why. So please be quiet and I'll tell you why. Because it creates a chilling effect.
Chilling effect.
Humanitarian aid organizations that are serving humanitarian aid to the starving, dying, impoverished.
That's an interesting theory. I didn't think about that. Attack them. Attack everyone.
That they won't serve those people with humanitarian aid because they fear for their safety, they fear for their lives, and so they restrict.
No more free food, everybody.
Provide and supply.
It's not a vacation. It's called war, nigga. Hello? Hello?
Be quiet. I'm gonna answer.
Be quiet, bitch. And I'll give you the supreme opinion, bitch. My opinion's the best opinion, and it's always the right opinion, bitch. Hello? Hello?
And that the ultra-right conservatives in the Knesset and in the government of Israel benefits from this because they see the torture, they see the pain,
They
and
benefit.
They thrive off of it.
What kind of
And they benefit
benefits?
from it.
Benefits? What
And
kind of
that's
benefits?
what bolsters his political support on the far right wing of his
Stop talking, and I will teach you the lessons you are miss. I will teach you everything you need to know.
They're interested in retribution. They're interested in exacting that pound of flesh, not necessarily
Exacting the pounds of flesh
the innocent civilians that are
on
suffering
innocent
at the hands of the Bibi
civilians.
Netanyahu government.
Bibi Netanyahu
So that's
government?
my answer to you.
Oh God, no! TC, don't tell me that's true, man. How'd you know?
In a chat.
Oh my God, you know everything. You a genius, man. I'm gonna get down on the ground and pray to you. Hello?
It's not an interest, Israeli interest.
Hello?
Then you say it is an Israeli interest, so you need to make up.
Excuse me, I'll finish. I'll put it in the chat. More than just the organization that I forget the name of it, the World Breadbasket or something like that. The World Kitchen.
The World Breadbasket, and we're listening to this fool.
No. If I don't have the name correctly, I'll correct the name. I believe it's the World. It's the World Kitchen.
But TC, why don't you accept them in and then kill them? What kind of sense does that
But
make?
other organizations as well has halted and restricted their humanitarian aid efforts to the innocent, suffering people of Gaza. It creates a chilling effect.
So you
It's the chilling effect. He's the chiller. Chill.
The humanitarian
Chill the help. Chill it.
Political support within Israel. This
No.
is what you're thinking in your head.
No, Bibi Netanyahu gave the directive to have a.
Oh, did he do that from his hospital bed or when he was in surgery?
Hello?
No.
Yes, that's true.
Is it me you're looking for? Diamond in my eye.
saying, and then you can go next, but don't keep cutting in, please.
Hello?
It's all about the military posture. The leaders and the commander-in-chief and the generals and that type of thing, they set the tone for the level.
They trying to create a posture by killing fucking cooks? God damn, your political analysis is spot on, my nigga.
Okay. To
Hello?
civilian, highly populated, densely populated.
Hello?
And civilian infrastructure. Then the
Where
military
did
will follow
they do
suit.
that, TC?
Hello?
Okay, let's see. The bombing of ambulances. Okay,
Ambulance?
the bombing of food shelters.
I ain't get no back no ambulance, motherfucker.
Where do you want me to stop?
I know you don't stop, TC. You can't stop, TC. That's the point. You don't stop. You don't know how to meditate, brother.
This is the problem. When we went to Shifa last week, we arrested like 600 terrorists and killed 200. 0 civilians died. And you need to ask yourself, why is Hamas using hospitals? This is the problems that we should be having. Not that the fact that the IDF went to their Shifa hospital, but the fact that it's being used for a terrorist organization as a base. And I'm kind of shocked at you guys that you are kind of gaslighting this and you are justifying this because this is a war crime.
Y'all keep
100%
saying
correct.
y'all keep saying they using hospitals and everything else to cover up y'all bullshit. But in reality, everything I ever said was not even fucking a proven fact. It came from y'all own resources that we could have been doctored up to cover up y'all bullshit. Y'all keep keep talking about. Hold on, the IDF information they gave them, the information IDF gave them. It's not coming from other people that's actually there. That's in the middle. That's there being reported.
You mean Hamas?
Like it's not coming from them.
It's not coming from Hamas, so it's not true.
I don't trust no resources that come from y'all. Like, why would I trust something and investigate
Hello?
something and you give me information? No. Let other people go in and do their investigation. Let the UN go in there and do their own investigation. Let other people go in there and do and they say it. But no. Y'all speaking from y'all resources and everything else like that, from your media outlets and everything else.
Hello.
See, this is what they said. No one trusts you. Why do I care about what you're saying? Because all you're gonna do is cover what you're saying anyway.
But you believe Hamas. You believe Hamas, right? You believe Hamas numbers, right?
Terrorists.
Hello.
Participated in the October 7th attacks, which is why UNRWA was thrown out of Gaza.
Oh my God, they're inviting me back up. Can you believe
You
this
want to
shit?
trust them who participated in the terror attacks?
I mean, you're 100% correct. Other countries of the world have come out and completely disavowed the actions of the IDF in Israel, not just the United States. Great Britain, other countries of the world, South Africa, have come out and completely disavowed Israel. Disavowed. Okay? The whole world is condemning. I'm going to tell you, because the entire world is condemning the illegal and war crime actions.
What war crimes?
Are y'all gonna keep jumping off the mic?
You cannot target the law of distinction and proportionality posits that you cannot target.
Man, eat your pop and sandwich, motherfucker.
You cannot do that in wartime. And that's exactly what IDF in Israel is systematically doing. And they should be ashamed of themselves. They need to remove their leadership.
You should be ashamed of yourself for spreading such lies and misinformation. Eat your dinner, nigga.
Listen, Normo, I respect you for defending your position. I really do. But I wish you would come to this conversation with a degree of honesty.
You got no honesty, and all you do is run your fucking mouth.
Understanding the conversation.
So we got honesty, couple who stopped me 4 times from talking about the law of proportionality.
They keep inviting me up because they love it. They love it.
Touche.
That wasn't the same guy.
Man, I want to make that.
I'm just saying.
Okay, but
I know, right? Me
but the
too.
person was allowed to talk about it at length when other people weren't allowed to talk about it at all.
Go ahead and speak about it.
Talk about it.
Going to make somebody a moderator who just gave erroneous information. He was wrong.
Oh, we're just we're playing.
We're having fun. We're just having fun. No, I know you're having fun, and I am.
TC is the biggest bullshit artist on this app. He sounds smart, but he just run his fucking mouth.
Hold on a second. Republican. Hold on, Kevin. Do not bring Republican. No, listen more.
They keep inviting me back.
One mic.
You guys.
One mic.
They finally kicked me. They invited me back. They love the fact that, because there's people in that room that are sick and tired of, the same fucking bullshit over and over again. So when somebody comes in and just presents the opposite of what everybody says, it's very tantalizing to the mind. So that's why they kept inviting me back up. But finally somebody fucking kicked me out. Some bastard. I mean, I know who it was. It's Jonathan Bingham or whatever the fuck his name is. That was fun. Oh, Hermes, I think I've had every conversation on this app 10 times over.
Like that. Like, you just get the right hit.
There's nothing new here, Hermes. We've scraped it. We built the house. There's nothing left to build.
Like even we're gonna pound it like flat.
We dug.
And then it still isn't going.
You got new info. No, you don't. I know you don't. You're a liar. You're lying. You're lying to me. I know you're lying. No, your Q theory, M theory, fucking multiverse theory. It's all fucking bullshit. It's all hypnosis.
We have evidence.
No, you don't. It's like UFOs. You ain't got no evidence.
Yes, we do.
No,
now,
you don't.
Choose not to believe this hypnosis, right? Then that is your decision.
When we get that pin out, the goal was to actually take the housing and the cover off of the actuator arm, the whatever, right? And then see if we can get that to work, fix the motor.
Yeah, like fix or repair or replace components, probably. It's shitty, like it didn't even make a noise, you know? But hey, at least we did get the wiring fixed, and it was definitely sending like the...
Sounds like me and my boat problems. I think everybody's got the same problems. Hello? Is it me you're looking for? Sorry, Hermes. I can't support your M theory. It's just not doing it for me, brother. What was the new thing? What was the new?
The new is that we have evidence that matter and consciousness is the same thing.
No, it's the opposite. Space is consciousness. It's the nothingness.
Right. It's the same thing. So space and matter are interchangeable, meaning the same thing.
Maybe. What about just words? Words are calories, you know? It takes energy to say a word. It takes energy. All right, we're going to prank call them again. Here we go. This is the Million Man Marathon of Morons. We're going to bust this room up again and fucking domestically terrorize their ears.
Certain humanitarian measures that they ordered to take place, but they did not order a stop to the military campaign.
There's something in the IDF called an unlawful command, and what you're offering here, what you're suggesting here, is an unlawful command. Any soldier, and I've been to the IDF, or my family's been to the IDF, anyone that I know has been to the IDF, and every Israeli right now has someone that is in the IDF. One of the first things that you learn in basic training is something called an unlawful command, which is exactly this, that if a commander tells a soldier to shoot an unarmed civilian, that is an unlawful command. He is not allowed to follow this command. If he does, he will be thrown to jail. And you need to also understand that we have two wars going on. One is on the ground, and one is an online war. Hamas is waging an online war on perception. We are fighting an actual war. Don't fall for the propaganda, and if you want to know what is the IDF moral code, you can look it up. It's called the Purity of Arms. You can read it, and this is what the IDF stands for. So it doesn't make any sense, and it's against Israel's interests. So
I'll respond to Euro's point, and I'll say this, Euro, you're completely wrong. The UN Security Council passed a resolution calling for a ceasefire of the Israeli military activity and military targeting in Gaza. Okay, so that was and the United States abstained. The UN Security Council called for an immediate Gaza ceasefire, and the United States abstained from that vote, which means that it is on the record that the UN Security Council, which roundly represents a majority of the civilized United Nations of the world, has demanded that Israel cease its military operations in Gaza. That is a fact. Go ahead.
Thank you.
I'm speaking. Hold on. Aldino, hold on.
He always says that.
El Nino.
Hold on.
It's calling El Normo El Nino.
So the person who was speaking, I think it was Daniel. He is in the military, in the IDF. Is that what he's saying?
No.
No, that I was in the IDF, and most Israelis are.
Okay, so Daniel, with that in mind, and I was always told that the IDF was this really excellent, tight group, you know, some of the best in the world. We send some of our officers, peace officers over there to be trained, I once had heard. And then also, they come here to be trained, I had heard. But if that is the case, and you're talking about, oh, they wouldn't have fired because of the code, then you also are implying or suggesting that your super tight army is bullshit. Because they can't even.
No, bitch, that's what you're implying, bitch. You're projecting.
El Normo has already said that he didn't believe that Hamas was driving the World Kitchen cars. We've already established for military people on the stage that it's almost damn near impossible not to be able to see with a drone that is extra precise. And you can actually see the license plates. Of course, if you can see a license plate, you can see the World Kitchen in big ass letters. So, bottom line is that the IDF is a bunch of clowns. They can't tell a food truck from somebody who is supposed to be a threat. And they used a very precise weapon to carry out that murder. Okay, thanks.
Your point is that IDF is a clown?
Well said, Lisa. Well said.
All right.
Hold on. Let him go after. Who was that?
So, Jennifer's point was that the IDF were clowns. This is the point that she was trying to make.
I mean, y'all gotta stop.
Okay,
y'all
Daniel.
So can I go?
Hold on. Let Daniel finish, and then you can go DJ right after him.
No, I mean, there's nothing to address. She just said IDF is a clown. Okay, so it's her opinion. I don't think she has any military experience, and I don't think that she has ever been in the military. So she's entitled to her opinion.
Thank you.
Okay, DJ, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, so it's like, look, y'all gotta stop the gaslighting because y'all got this knee-jerk reaction to every criticism that people have against the IDF or the Israelis.
I'm saying, hold on. Yo.
Kevin, I don't need you to do that. You can't say y'all. Address who you're addressing.
Ooh,
Bitch. Don't talk over me. I'm talking to him.
We got some disgruntled people.
Like, we're debating the news. Like, people get to speak their voice.
I understand that.
But I ain't self-sharing there.
You did not say y'all. Speak to who you speak.
Yo!
Tell people what to say.
Yo!
Yeah, please
go ahead, DJ.
Bro. If it don't apply to you, just ignore it. When I say y'all, I don't know everybody's name. I'm just talking to whoever it applies to.
Yo!
Like, and this is what I'm saying. People have this knee-jerk reaction to every criticism that's levied against Israel.
I agree.
At the end of the day, bro, and see, and when you do that, now you lose credibility.
Yo!
Whatever somebody says, how do you expect people to ever believe you?
I don't know, brother. It's a clown house chit-chat app. It's not a serious, it's a video game, brother.
And right away,
hello?
Said, nope, it didn't happen. So I was curious. I Googled how many IDF soldiers are in prison in Israel for rape on a battlefield.
Oop.
And there's a couple. So it happens.
Oop.
Rape actually comes with war. There's U.S. soldiers that are in Leavenworth for rape.
Ooh.
They rape the enemy, and they also rape their own,
Oh, you mean there's a lot of horrible piece of shit people out there? Yeah, that's true. That some of them did October 7th. Hello.
Are just these perfect angels that don't commit all the
oh my God, he's destroying their narrative.
Gaslighting, bro. You can't do that. What you should say, if somebody says somebody was raped, it would be wise for you to say, well, that's fucked up. That's,
hello?
And leave it at that.
Is it me you're looking for?
Well, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. And then we find out weeks from now
hello?
that it did happen, and he was brought to justice. Now what you're going to say?
Build it, they will come.
Has
Miss Tate.
We made a specific false accusation. The fact that you just proved the case that if somebody would do something so disgusting as rape somebody, they get thrown in jail. On the other hand, you have Hamas. When they raped the Israeli women, they were carried through the streets and candy was thrown at them and they were celebrated. I wanted to get back to what Euro said. But that's not the point.
Can you show the link that the IDF raped someone in the food?
I shared the link. I already shared the link.
Let me finish.
What
Euro said
I already did in the chat, but you don't care. Because everything
Hold on, you guys, too many people are talking. Too many people are butting in on each other. Come on.
DJ, can you provide the link that the IDF soldier raped someone on the field?
So listen, this is what I did. So
Hold on.
What I did, I Googled how many IDF soldiers, and I'm not talking about this conflict, I'm just talking about overall. How many IDF soldiers are currently serving prison sentences for things like rape? And I came up, it was an article from
You came up with 2, right?
Wait, hold on. It was an article from the Israeli Times that talked about, this shit going on. And it goes on in every...
On and on and on. On and on and on and on and on and on and on.
Like, there are...
On and on and on.
Every group of...
On and on and on.
There are rapists.
On and on and on. On and on and on. That's right, we get it, brother. Okay, we get your point, brother. Pass the mic now. You done had your chance. How long are you gonna go, Spo?
This isn't yet. Just Google it, man.
Hello?
People have told you how to find it. Security of war.
That's the only sentence he knows. Can you please?
Because you have them and you said that you found it, so I'm trying to learn from you.
I give you many links, but you don't say that.
The enemy is not playing by the same rules.
Hold on, listen, moderators. Do your jobs, please. Come on. Like, you guys can't speak over each other. It sounds like a shit show. Okay? Like, let's have a conversation, a real conversation where we can, like, people are doing other things in their life. Like, we're just not just sitting here in Clubhouse, like, holding the mic the whole time. Like, we're trying to listen, and we want to hear everyone's voice, right? So there's 10 different people talking at one time. Come on. Like, let one person speak, and then the next person can speak after them, and then we can hear both of you and get both of your opinions. Okay, that's why it's debate, isn't it?
So this is Nicholas. Can I go?
What was conveniently...
I'll go after Norm.
Go after me. What was conveniently left out of what we heard about the United Nations Security Council is that they demanded that the hostages be released. They've been demanding it since October 7th. We're still waiting to hear back from Hamas about releasing the innocent hostages that they took. My bet is they're never going to do it because they don't know where they are.
What about the 20,000 hostages?
Hang on. They've been torturing and raping and killing them. So again, you say that they demanded a ceasefire, but yes, we do, because we have the testimony of the released hostages.
You do not.
Yeah,
you gotta stop interrupting him. Stop interrupting him. Let him finish.
Wait till I finish.
Don't interrupt him.
He's
talking.
Let me finish.
Stop interrupting him.
Since October 7th, the world has demanded the return of the hostages. It's fallen on deaf ears to Hamas. So the fact that the hostages that were released have reported that they're being raped and sexually assaulted while they've been held there. These are war crimes that Hamas has to be accountable for.
So I was
Okay,
gonna
since
say,
you're done,
wait, no, let
please
me
let
have
me
my
talk.
turn. Sorry, ma'am. You got wait your turn.
You guys keep talking over these women. It's really bad.
You keep talking over her. Let her finish. What are we talking about? I literally asked if I could go next. It's not me being rude.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Right? Listen. Hold on. Elno. Like, if somebody talks over somebody, just throw them down to the audience. Like, we want to have a conversation. We don't like to exercise our power, okay, with the green beans. Okay, we want everybody's voice to be heard. Like, please, okay? Like, El Normo, wrap it up real quick, and then Nicholas can go right after you, or Nicholas can go right now.
Yeah.
Okay?
I was just gonna say,
let's go.
Yeah.
And Gary, mute your mic.
Yeah, I was very intentional about waiting till he was done, so I wasn't trying to talk over her. It just wasn't her turn. The second thing I wanted to say is I do think that I find it so the situation. I honestly do agree with Netanyahu put out a statement saying it was an accident. I do think that it could have possibly been an accident. But I also think that in general we hold Israel to such a high standard. This is a war, right? Ultimately, it's such a war. Nobody calls it America for killing 70,000 innocents in Pakistan, right? Nobody calls it America for killing 200,000 civilians in Iraq. We don't talk about it. It just gets a pass because it was a war, But Israel does one little thing incorrectly, it's blasted all over the news, and I don't think that's necessarily fair, to be honest. That we hold it to such a high criticism when we don't even hold our own military to this level of criticism, or even talk about it. But.
Okay,
so
hold on one second. Hold on one second. You can go, whoever the woman was, you can go right after me. Listen, if you're adjusting the stage here, like green bean ever, okay? Do not adjust the stage. Do not.
Well, Kevin, bring Divine back up then.
Yeah, well, somebody's reversing stage. I don't know who it is, but stop it. Lauren and Divine and several people have been moved down.
They left on their own. Let's be real. Let's move on.
Laura, Divine is in the audience.
He's put himself there.
He doesn't go down. He doesn't go down to the audience on his own. Okay, so let's keep it.
By the way, he moved.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's
Let's
the
move
woman?
on.
Let's go.
Let's move on, please.
Yeah, I was saying he was talking about hostages, but what about the 20,000 Palestinian hostages that are still held by the IDF, and most of them have been tortured?
They are.
Are you going to say give me
Let her
purposes and
finish.
truth?
Let her finish.
Yeah, I'm done. This is my question.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Okay, so earlier someone had said that I was totally wrong, and then proceeded to talk about something that I didn't bring up at all. I specifically brought up the ICJ rulings. There were 2 in January and a third one in March, and every single thing I said about those rulings is 100% correct. Now, the person did bring up the United Nations Security Council resolution, the most recent one, which was passed in March, the end of March, 27-28, and they said some truthful things about it and some false things about it. First of all, the resolution in nowhere and in no way condemns Israel. There is a call for a ceasefire. That part was true. An immediate ceasefire on all parties, and it specifically called for a temporary ceasefire for the month of Ramadan. And they specifically voted against an amendment which would have made it a permanent ceasefire. And only 3 members of the UN Security Council voted in favor of a permanent ceasefire. So even the UN Security Council, that is being brought up as an example, specifically chose to deny asking for a permanent ceasefire in Gaza. And as Norm correctly pointed out, in addition to the demand for the immediate temporary ceasefire during the month of Ramadan, they specifically asked for the immediate and unconditional release of the hostages, which, as Norm correctly pointed out, has not been done by Hamas. They're still holding these hostages. So let's not pretend that Hamas is not in violation of this UN Security Council resolution, nor try to pretend that they called for a permanent ceasefire, because they specifically rejected it. It's not just that they didn't include it; they had a vote on a permanent, and they voted against it overwhelmingly.
Okay, but again, what about the 20,000 Palestinian hostages? You did not answer that. You cannot, because it is true.
Because there are no.
I'm sorry. What Daniel? I did not say.
They're in prison.
Yeah,
They're in prison. But
they are being held in prison for what exactly? They are being held hostage.
Doesn't matter.
Well, they were convicted in a
They are
court.
Palestinian, and that they are not Israelis. So when they are Israeli hostages, you care, but when they are Palestinians, or they are just in prison.
No, because there's a
You guys are
difference.
hypocrites.
I don't know how you
Can
don't
you
understand the
hypocrite?
difference between a civilian that is at home,
You
is
do not
kidnapped
yell
by
at me.
terrorists,
You do
and
not yell
held
at me.
as a
That's
hostage,
weird.
versus a person who
They
is
are not
arrested.
terrorists. They are.
Can I finish my sentence? If you can't understand the difference between a person who is a civilian, who is kidnapped in their house by a terrorist and brought into another territory and held hostage, versus a person who is arrested and brought into a court of law and convicted of a crime and then arrested. We don't use the word hostage.
There was no crime. There was no crime. There were
that are
kids
arrested
there. There were
and
kids
convicted.
there.
Now, if you think
There was-
they were improperly arrested and improperly convicted, that's a different discussion. But that's not a hostage.
Right. That's just someone that's being held against crimes that you can't clearly define. And so you'll hold them for how many years? And for the person that brought up the UN resolution, why were the other ones vetoed by the United States and some of their allies specifically? Because if I understand correctly, various other countries brought up resolutions that they did agree with, and the US and other countries abstained or in some cases vetoed those resolutions because they wanted to give a favorable position against Israel. And the only reason why the U.S. then brought the current resolution, which was passed, was specifically because of the political optics that Biden was facing here at home. That was the only reason why.
Can we get back on topic? And who's modding right now? Is there a mod?
Me. I'm mod. We're on top.
Really? I thought we went way sideways.
Go a little sideways, but sometimes it's okay. But yeah, let's get back on topic, like Laura said.
Can we move on
Susan.
to the Florida abortion topic, Kevin? Can you tell us what's going on with that?
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, can I talk about that?
No, let Kevin tell us what's happening first, and then we'll have a discussion.
Well,
Well, but do we want Kevin's rationale, or would we like the lead?
Kevin's the main mod in the room. He put the topic up. I would like to hear what Kevin has to say.
So I'll tell you this, right? Florida abortion, I would definitely, like, I know about it and everything, and I definitely know it's going on the ballot. But in the Supreme Court, and but I would definitely rather hear from an attorney on this situation. That way we can get a clear context. So I will pass it to Shauna right now so she can actually read exactly what it is, and then we can move it on from there. Let's go, Shauna.
I'm trying. So the Florida Supreme Court upheld the limited abortion, or the very limited abortion ban, and it goes into effect. But it has also been put on the ballot to remove the entire 6-week abortion ban, and vote overwhelmingly want this abortion ban. Then whatever the Supreme Court states goes, and whatever the people vote on goes into place. That is the current status of that 6-week abortion ban.
I mean, so what do you guys think about that?
Well, I mean, I'm not quite sure what there is to think. I just want to give a slight clarification.
Let's get it in, and then I definitely want your opinion on the fact too.
Okay, sure. Well, I just want to give a slight clarification on the Supreme Court ruling, which I hope whoever the attorney was would agree with me. So the Supreme Court ruled that there was a section of the state constitution which does not protect abortion, which then effectively allowed the state to go ahead and ban the abortion after 6 weeks, because that was the potential obstacle. And of course, they did simultaneously rule that the question about whether to explicitly enshrine abortion rights in the state constitution could be added to the ballot. So that's Amendment 4, which is generating a lot of interest as well. So I think that as far as the ruling goes about that section of the state's constitution, I think they made the correct legal ruling, and now it's up to the state to decide on the direction that Florida wants to go in the future.
So I will say that I do think that this is a genius strategic move by the Democrats, because over in the state of Florida, I think it's over 62% of voters, around 62 support abortion access, even though it's a Republican state. And that, coupled with marijuana also being on the ballot, you're going to see a spike in non-usual voters coming out to back Democrats in the state. So I think that strategically they've done well. So I have to give this one to the Democrats.
Well, don't forget though that Ohio is still, I think, but was a red state, and overwhelmingly the people came out and voted to allow abortion with no restrictions. And for the person that spoke, I didn't catch your name. Yes, you went into more detail than I did. I find it's easier not to do that on this stage. I was just giving the recap of what and where it stands. 6 weeks, no abortion. November they will vote, just like they did recently in Ohio, and then that will be the law. And if the voters decide that 6-week abortions is the law for Florida, then there is no Supreme Court on that. Just so y'all know, this is a way around the United States Supreme Court. So I don't know if it's Democrats. I don't know who it is. Maybe it's just women in general who have said over and over again, leave our bodies alone.
So I will add one final point. I think politically, let's say this is enough to get Democrats out to vote, and Biden takes Florida, which is unlikely. Let's be honest here. That will basically shoot Republicans' possibility of winning the presidency. I don't think they're gonna get that big of a turnout boost because of this, but the map, basically Republicans have to win Florida to win the presidency every time, right? But Democrats can afford to lose the state overall.
But what does that have to do with abortion? Are you saying that because the Democrats are pushing this, which I don't know that's true, are pushing this to be or have gotten this put on the November ballot, that more Democrats now are going to come out and vote for Biden over Trump? I would love for you to talk to women, like just on the street, and ask them how they feel. Women don't want this, whether they're 18 or 100. You hear it all the time.
But don't they have the new abortion pill? Like, isn't that suffice?
It hasn't.
Good enough?
No, Kevin, that's something that you have to. I'm getting an echo. So the abortion pill, which we were discussing, I guess it was last week or the week before, that had oral arguments in front of the Supreme Court. That's like the morning after pill. That's not really, which then became called the quote abortion pill. That's something that you take if you had an oopsie with the condom or something. It's not something that you take when you're 3 months pregnant or even 8 weeks pregnant.
But
so
once you've had sex, and
yeah, we know. I know.
Like
how you feel.
Like you just take that just in case, or like, do we just sit there and wait? Like, we don't really want to have a baby, but we're just gonna wait it out after we had sex. And
how is this making any sense, Kevin? You're not making any sense right now.
No.
Why would someone who's not interested in being pregnant sit around and wait and find out if they are?
Well, no. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make context to this, because in reality, right now, right, like if you just had sex with somebody and you got this pill that you could take that's the morning after pill, and you really don't want to have a baby, right? Doesn't it kind of make sense when you know he came in you? To maybe take that pill right away? Or does it make sense to wait 3 months and then decide, oh, I'm pregnant. What do I do? Go get abortion?
Well, so Kevin, here's the thing. Okay, women can be on birth control. Laura has talked about this. I have talked about this. Women can be on birth control and still get pregnant. So that's a different scenario than somebody whose condom broke and knows enough to go get the plan B. They don't sit around and wait for 3 months to see if they're pregnant. They'll be peeing on a stick if they miss their period after a day.
Hello?
I mean,
Hello?
they're two completely different things.
Hello?
What you have to understand with Florida is what Florida has done is circumvented everything by doing it this way and by putting it on the ballot the same way Ohio did. Because the Supreme Court left it to the states. Ohio has legalized abortion, no restrictions. The state of California has legalized abortion, no restrictions. If Florida loses what they tried to pass and what the Supreme Court has upheld in November, Florida will allow abortions with no restrictions.
Well, I guarantee, I'll bet anybody right now that is never going to happen in the state of Florida.
I disagree with you.
Flat out, point blank, period. Point blank, period. Okay.
This state has a trend of voting for like they voted to increase the minimum wage, they voted to restore felon rights. This state is not as far as conservative as you would think overall. I actually expect this to pass, and not for it to not even be close, to be honest.
You really do. I just hold on 1 second.
Yep, the polling shows that it's been consistent for like the last decade. The majority of it's like 60 to 65% of the state every single time has been polling as being pro-abortion access. So I don't know how you expect it not to pass, given the.
So yeah, I think there's two separate issues here going on. So on one hand, I hear people arguing the merits of whether it's a good idea or a bad idea, and then the other question, which is completely separate, which is how are people likely to vote on this. So I think the opinion polling has been very consistent in the United States. There's a large majority in favor of these types of measures, and every time it's come to the ballot, it's done very, very well. So that's separate from the issue about whether it's right or wrong. The other thing I do want to clarify about Amendment 4, when we talk about it being unrestricted access to abortion. So the wording would allow it to be unrestricted during the period prior to viability, and then afterwards, if it is determined by the person's healthcare provider that it's detrimental to the health of the mother. So it's not like completely unrestricted. It's unrestricted for a period of time prior to viability, and then at any point based on the provision of the health of the mother.
Are you talking about what the Supreme Court just upheld, or are you talking about what's on the November ballot?
I'm talking about the wording of Amendment 4 as I read it the other day.
Right, but what is Amendment 4? Is that what's going to be on the ballot?
That's what's on the ballot in Florida, yeah, I'm sorry.
Let's go.
Anybody have any questions? Anybody have anything they want to say, whether they think it's a good idea that Florida has done it this way?
Well, I'll tell you this. Florida's definitely made a mistake because they basically almost handed the Florida state electors to Joe Biden in 2024.
Yep.
Because we know that when abortion is on the ballot, Democrats fare better in those states. Look at Ohio. Look at Kentucky. Look at Arizona. Okay. When abortion is Democrats fare better. And if Joe Biden doesn't wake up and smell the goddamn coffee and get his ass in Florida and start making some offensive moves, I'm gonna blow this shit up.
Hey, TC.
He can't find his way to Florida. He can't find his way there.
opportunity to take advantage
TC.
of what the fuck Florida's got going. Hold on, Kevin. You hear me talking? Shut the fuck up.
I want you to understand this.
So
Clearly.
listen, that Joe Biden doesn't wake up and smell a goddamn coffee and realize that he can ride this abortion wave, then I'm gonna be pissed. Because Florida is in play, ladies and gentlemen. Texas is in play, ladies and gentlemen. Ohio is in play. It's time that the Democrats get off of this blue wall and get on the fucking blue wave, goddammit, and take advantage of this shit. And go on the offensive. And go into Florida. And go into Ohio. And go into Texas.
TC, are you okay?
He's not okay.
TC, are you okay?
Yeah, we
He
need
can't
to
find his way. Hold on a
Jason
second,
Nelson.
even get down a
Jason
no,
Nelson
can't
is-
even get
is-
down an airplane ramp.
TC, you've
He's
got
gonna
him
find his
scared
way
now.
to Florida.
I'm scared now, TC.
TC's on another fucking planet.
No, hold on, you guys. Seriously.
He wants Biden to find his way to Florida. That's the funniest comment all night.
No, Trump won't be able to leave Florida because of an ankle bracelet.
That's okay. He'll still win. He'll still fucking win. That's the difference.
Okay.
This is to my point.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
There's accurate.
After, let me just say this, okay? After we had the proclamation for Easter Sunday, okay?
Right.
And then the next day he said, I didn't do that.
He doesn't even know what he's saying.
Like, are
exactly.
you, I want to know, I really want to know.
That's your man, guys.
Are you-
That's your man.
Is TC actually fucking serious? Like, do you really think that Joe Biden's gonna win the fucking presidency?
They
After
do.
he just create every Christian and every Catholic on the entire fucking planet?
They do, Kevin.
really
They
think-
really believe it. They fucking do. Just like
who
they thought
does?
Trump. Like they thought Trump was going to go down on the thing on the money. They truly believe it.
Stormy
Doesn't
Daniels
matter.
is coming up again.
Fucking
Listen,
nuts.
he paid that $175 million. What's up?
Look, cash.
And he paid $100 million. No, he put a bond.
I know.
Put
he
a
did.
bond up.
I know he
Get
did.
that
It's
straight,
so-
Candace.
It's funny.
Candace.
Listen, when they asked the question, trying to calm down, it's okay. He said, "How you gonna pay?" He goes, "Cash." Hey, listen, you guys are living.
He
in
didn't
delusion
tell
for
the judge
money.
he was going to pay cash. He told his
Oh.
audience out on the steps.
I know what he says, Shauna. It's just
Okay, but then use the facts.
Oh my God. Okay, why don't you guys get factual? And the fact that it was handled properly, okay?
It was
Oh,
handled
shit.
properly. He got a company.
You think Biden is really gonna fucking win? It's delusional.
Candace,
It's fucking
you don't
delusional.
even know how I'm voting. All I'm doing is stating the law.
I'm not
and I'm
trying to-
stating what happened in the boardroom.
Hey,
I've never told
listen.
anybody how I'm
These
voting.
fucking
Listen,
idiots
after-
on the
after
stage
the
that
ca-
think that Biden
after
is
the
going to win
catastrophe-
it. Oh my God.
Candace,
Well-
truthfully, listen. After the catastrophe,
It's comical. It's comical.
okay, over the weekend, okay, after he actually fucking denounced Easter Sunday,
I know.
okay,
It's crazy.
the
He
most
did not
religious
denounce
holiday on
Easter
the
Sunday, Kevin. Stop it.
DCC mute up, okay? He denounced Easter Sunday, okay, and then the next day he said, "I didn't do that."
That's their
Okay.
man.
Because listen, you got a guy that's living in a fucking oblivion. Okay? He doesn't know where he's at, where he's been, or where he's going next.
No,
okay?
when he knows he's
All
not
he
going
knows-
to court.
all-
He knows
all
he's
he
not
knows
going
is
to
this.
court.
No,
He's
he's
not
not.
having an ankle bracelet.
Laura, you got them
Listen,
fingers. Like,
Laura, listen.
No,
All I
don't
got to say is
listen.
this.
When he
Kevin,
said
can
living
we
is
go back
awful,
to the
He's
topic?
going to court.
Can we go back to the topic?
Yeah, he's
Can I,
going to
can I ask a
court.
question?
Let's go.
How
No.
this I don't know this. How did Biden? I've heard this. How did Biden denounce Easter Sunday? I just didn't.
Well, what do you mean?
You already know the
You didn't hear it?
No,
Seriously?
I've been out of the loop. I don't know. I was hiking.
Oh, well, you've been out of the loop. So he actually made a proclamation and said that Easter Sunday was going to be
He did not say Easter
He did not say that, Kevin. You're full of shit.
He did.
So
Listen,
okay.
He acknowledged Trans Awareness Day that started in 2009. It's an international awareness day. announce next.
Will you guys let him finish?
Okay, listen. Okay, we're not gonna have everybody talk to each other. You guys turn this into a but he's listening. Okay.
So let's get back to the topic of abortion and not about Easter Sunday or whatever.
No. You're gonna let Kevin.
No, we're not gonna glaze over this.
Easter Sunday isn't in the title, so I was trying to lead it back to the other conversation. But if you don't want to,
it's okay.
Listen,
it's okay once in a while. Listen, it's okay when we're talking about these different topics that we veer off a little bit. Okay, we're just gonna address something right now. Okay, whatever you guys want to say, the fact is this. Okay, the fact is that this has been going on for 15 years. March 31st has been recognized as the Transgender Day of Recognition. Okay, or whatever you guys want to address it as. Okay, I don't mind whatever you say you want to talk about it as. Okay, but I'm going to say what I want. Okay, because I don't agree with any of it, right? But I want to just bring it into context. So this has been something for 15 years. It's been under Trump. Trump never said anything about it, blah, blah, blah. But here's what cremated the whole situation, okay? Is Biden actually made a proclamation about this holiday, okay? It's been just like a holiday, but now it's a proclamation. So that means that it goes on the calendar. And he fucking put it on the calendar. He didn't say, okay, well, it's going to take effect next year. He said it's going to take effect right now, which means that he fucking did this against one of the most holy days on the entire planet, Easter Sunday. We all know Easter comes on a different day every year, okay? But for him to make a proclamation on this Easter Sunday, and then the very fucking next day, him say, oh, I didn't know that I actually did that, or I didn't do that, okay? You guys are just like in a fucking dreamland, okay? And if anybody, listen, I want to just say this. If anybody actually comes off their mic and defends this fucking clown for this, like, it would be like the worst thing you ever did right now, because we're off Clubhouse, like, on Friday, nobody's ever going to come back to Clubhouse, because we're going to be on freaking Chatter. And freaking Chatter! This situation. Chatter! Real good site. But anyway,
Kevin, are you threatening us? Kevin, are you threatening us? Who don't agree with you?
Yes, he's threatening you, yes.
Listen.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I'm saying is this. You guys can do whatever you want to do, okay? I never make any threats, okay?
Like, the only thing that I can think of is, like, why not be
hello?
Okay? And, like,
hello?
I talk to people on the weekend. People that actually just come off mic. They couldn't even fucking believe it, okay? They couldn't even believe that this was a reality situation, okay?
Hey, back to you. Hey, just cooking up. No, I was still playing video. And that's when I started talking about the video, the lady in the video.
Hello?
Eating the meat from an animal that's actually lived and eating grass and not corn, which the body can't digest, and then it's eating garbage and it's getting.
It's not on the fucking calendar.
That was
okay. It's not on the calendar. It might be on your little rainbow calendar, but it's not on the calendar. Okay.
Which calendar?
Okay.
That's a simple question.
Kevin.
Simple question.
Well,
Okay,
if it's on a calendar, if it's on
Kevin, do
any
you
calendar,
hear what
it's only
you
on
just said?
it's only on a rainbow calendar. Okay. It ain't on any other calendar.
So, I mean,
Kevin,
regardless of
that
whether...
is the most homophobic statement I've ever heard come out of your mouth.
Listen,
Oh my God!
Well, I think we should be careful to separate which parts are factual from, our feelings about what
No. Listen, there's no feelings. There's the back.
Really?
Really?
There's no feelings about this? No, you said you were disgusted and everybody's disgusted.
April, hold on, let Euro go and you can go right after him.
So the part I want to say is there's a factual aspect to this. So there was a proclamation issued. Okay, it's issued by the White House. You can look it up. It was issued on March 29th. I have the text in